Welcome everybody to the Soulstice Lounge. This is our first take. How we feeling, y'all?
Feeling good. Feeling good.
Well, that's
How
all.
you feeling, brother?
Man, all I'm saying is I'm grateful. We got us another day in it. Let's rock.
Yes, sir.
You dig?
Let's
Yeah.
Real talk.
Let's do it.
Yo, family. You got me, your man. I'm your man, Cottonelle Murcott. You know me. If you don't, now you do. We got none other than Mr.
Deacon Souls in the building.
Yes, indeed. And we also have a dog running around. And that may be a problem later on in the program. But in the meantime,
That is going to be a problem in the program. This is Blackjack.
Blackjack up in the building. What's going on, mama? For real, for real. Y'all ready to play something?
Let's play something.
Yo, all right. Y'all, we'd like to welcome y'all to the Soulstice Lounge.
Welcome.
Live, yo. This is where it gets so cool that it's crazy. It is what it is, and we do what we do. Yeah. It's a good way to start the flow, right? So how's your day moving so far, brother?
Man, relaxing.
Relaxing. Yo.
That's what I do on a day like today. Just relax.
And this is a perfect day for that.
Perfect day.
Look, I can rock with that. Yeah, so I'm feeling good about it. How you feeling about it, Blackjack?
I'm feeling good about it.
You feeling good about it? First run, we about to get it in. You know we're gonna be feeling all of that.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm
already
saying?
know.
Okay. Like I said,
I'll
this
take one for the team.
yo,
Deacon Soul in the building, dropping phones and everything.
on the table, you know what I'm saying? But,
That's all right. It's called sound effects.
is that what it is? Okay, well
I add substance and realness to it. So.
oh, that's why you brought the dog.
Exactly.
All
How
right.
you doing?
Hey, yo, family, yo. This is the Soulstice Lounge. I guess you can call it a preview of what's getting ready to come to you. You know what I mean? We just getting this thing up and moving a little something. We're trying to get this thing right for y'all. You know what I mean? When I say getting it right for y'all, we're trying to bring y'all that which have been stolen from you. You know understand? That which has been removed from you. You dig? And some of us are still craving life, still craving soul, still craving the freedom, man, to love, to live, to express our compassion, and just to be beautiful spirits as we are. Y'all vibing with me?
You know what I'm saying, my brother?
I like this.
That's funny.
All right.
I just want to put out there that Blackjack made the bomb tea for y'all.
For real.
So we up here relaxing. It's a nice day outside. The tea is delicious. The conversation and the company. I just appreciate my boy Cotton give me an opportunity to sit here and just rock with him. Cause y'all know y'all hear that beat in the background, and I ain't the only one that's just bobbing my head. This is ridiculous. That beat is crazy.
Indeed.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
That's that Soulstice Lounge thing, you know, real talk. Blackjack, what's the word, baby? What is going on?
What is going on? What is going on? Me on the radio? That's scary.
That's beautiful. All I can say is you sound right, though.
It's nice. But the tea is good. And I just want to let everybody out there listening know you can spend top dollar on what you eat, what you drink. But sometimes top dollar don't taste like low dollar.
Wow.
I don't think they know that. And I'm just saying that because that's tea from the dollar store. So I just want to let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? You got to break your pocket to have good tea, okay?
Wow.
That's what's going on. Good tea today. That's what's going on today.
All right, so I'm saying this. On that note, let's say we start this program, y'all.
Let's start it. We got lined up.
Who we got lined up coming up on the first one? Okay, I'm gonna tell you like this. The first thing we gonna drop, we going straight into independent artists. You know what I mean? Now, in the case y'all ain't familiar with the Soulstice Lounge program, now normally, we give our tribute and our respects to our elders and our ancestors, those who passed, no question, but to the Most High first and foremost. You understand? And we start our program with a classic soul. You dig? But since this is our test run, we're gonna go straight into some independent artists and move this around. See how it go. So we're gonna start off with New York's Quabanai, then the Zulu.
In the Zulu.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And basically basically, you know what I'm saying? My brother is on some. Basically, this is what we do.
A lot of folks step into this arena haven't been invited. Watching Deaf Poetry and Lyric Cafe getting all excited. Thinking this a spectator sport. Rooting for teams and choosing up sides. Cheering the Love Jones poem for the $1,000 cash prize. Like, relationships can be easily defined and times to take them through the narrow lines of somebody's rhyme. Cause everybody ain't a poet who steps to the mic or picks up a pen to write. Some folks just get off on the hype and ain't got nothing else to do on a Thursday night. But this thing comes with a price. It's like a husband or a wife, a commitment for life, a sacrifice that wakes you up in the middle of the night and commands you to write. Voices echoing inside our heads, relaying messages from the dead, mute and inarticulate that demand to be read to no one specific, cause y'all know poets are schizophrenics. And that can put you at odds with family, friends, and the community at large, and folks who want you to go out and get a real job. But this ain't for profit or entertainment purposes, but for folks who believe in God but don't believe in churches. And at times it can feel like we're losing our minds, so we sling these rhymes instead of rocks, and target each and every line instead of shots, and suppress the urge to be the next Nat Turner, Colin Ferguson, or Mark Essex, referencing them in the most reverent militant nationalist context. And for those of you who approach this thing like it's some business, a venture to censure wordsmiths for profits, tailor these thoughts and feelings to be less offending and more appealing, unlike the clown comedian who rarely comes under fire until the material social satire, the likes of Lenny Bruce, Dick Gregory, or Richard Pryor. You better not step into this fold and be prepared to watch your toes, cause this is no art to be bought or sold or fit into a populist mold. Poetry ain't no joke, and the thoughts and emotions it evokes is what worries some folk. Rather he write about love, sex, and failed relationships than history, religion, racism, and politicians. Better check your insecurities and notions preconceived at the door, cause this ain't for wannabes, make-believes, and folks who don't know what they come here for. And we have no more control over what we say as we do the sun rising each and every day. So it's just as much a wonder, these spirits we fall under. So if you came for the experience, or to be exposed to something new, to have a thought of your own, or share a different point of view, then you came for the right reason, cause this is what we do. Testing, testing 1, 2. This is what we do. Testing, testing, testing 1, 2. This is what we do. Yeah, this is what we do.
You understand? That's what I'm talking about when we talk about Soulstice Lounge. This is Soulstice Lounge. Well, you know, I'm saying that kid right there is our elder. That is one of the brothers that brought poetry into Tampa. You know what I'm saying? He's a classic walker. He ran a show on WMNF. That's what it was. WMNF 88.5. And he ran a show for almost 16 years. Yes, indeed. But Lovers Only, that was him. That was him. Guava and I.
It was one of my favorites.
Well, I tell you what, y'all. We're going to keep this thing moving, right? All right. Now, we got a few artists that we're going to throw on for y'all. We got a few. And where we're going to go with this one here, we're going to go with Sister Carisha Roy, who's a Bronx native residing in North Carolina right now.
Shouts out to Carisha Roy in the NC, Chapel Hill.
Yeah. Y'all with us?
Yes, sir.
I'm with you. Good times.
Well, let's walk. today sometime, if it's all right. You know we don't do dead air on
Well, I'm
Soulstice
saying,
Lounge.
I mean,
Here we go.
square one. Square one. Square one. This is how it starts. Square one with a 6-string and a little girl from the boogie down. Square one. I'll be busting up my fingertips on these steel strings, scuffing up my sneakers, chasing down these dreams. Yeah, alright, alright. Square one. I got a little magic, sure to set you free. I'm a super duper star. Check out my melody. I got that sweet, come and follow me. I take you on a trip to the place to be. Take a little listen, and then you're gonna see I'm a hopeless beat girl with a little sexy. Square one. Square one. This is how it starts. Square one with a 6-string and a little girl from the boogie down. Square I be busting up my fingertips on these steel strings, scuffing up my sneakers, chasing down these dreams. Yeah, alright, alright. Square one.
That was Carisha Roy, y'all.
Carisha.
Roy. That's for real, for real.
Very talented sister. And I got to see her live. And hearing her record and seeing her live, it's like, wow.
For real?
Glad you went to go see her live because she shows out live.
Well, we're going to go with Dennis Amadeus on the
Uh-oh.
next one. This
Dennis.
called Brothers. All right, y'all?
I wonder if when somebody dies, do they see God? Right at the last moment of life, after the curtain of acceptance drops over the stage of eternal struggle, right before the lights cut out, do they see God? Just to tell them why they had to die. I wonder if God was standing by my little brother's side, persuading him to go into those rapid river currents, knowing that he couldn't swim. Temporarily calming the waters to let him know that it was safe. I wonder what was going through my little brother's mind the exact moment he realized he swam too far. As he reached out his hand and he called for his friends, but the only sound that came out was a muffled gurgle. I wonder if God was covering his mouth. I wonder if God was holding his feet. I wonder if God was holding my little brother down as he drank in that deadly cocktail of river water, panic, and exhaustion that turned his lungs into water balloons, bursting in his chest and flooding his body with that essence of life that was used to take one away this day. They said it was the undercurrent. But I wonder if it wasn't God himself embracing my brother with his loving compassion so tightly under the surface there was no way that he could struggle, trying to calm my brother by holding him under and saying, "Don't worry, my child. This is just your baptism into my kingdom, and your big brother needs you." I wonder if God was standing by my older brother's side as he contemplated his decision on whether or not to tell his family that he had cancer, giving him visions of our cheering faces to let him know that it wasn't a good idea. I wonder if those tumors that spread through my brother's brain like yeast through dough, causing him to be delirious and hallucinate, weren't really just little bubbles of heaven that allowed my brother to see the glory of what was soon to come. I wonder if God was sitting by my older brother during his final twitches of physical pain. They said it was his body shutting down, but I wonder if it wasn't God himself whispering secrets into my brother's ear as he jumped with delight each time he heard, "Don't worry, my child, this is just your password into my kingdom, and your sister and your nieces need you." I wonder if God had turned the clock forward in my cousin's Acura, forcing him to speed his car through those winding back roads in order to go pick up his aunt, flying like a bat out of hell. Or maybe he was driving to get away from one, a demon that God sent after him to hurry him onto that pile of leaves that was already soaking wet with the future tears of his mother, father, brothers, and sister that sent him sliding to his demise. They said it was another driver that split his car, but I wonder if it wasn't God himself cracking that flimsy shell like an egg to fling my cousin's soul far across the highway and land into the loving embrace of who else but God himself, as he consoled my cousin and told him, "Don't worry, my child, this is just your highway to heaven, and your entire family needs you." I wonder if God was standing by George Zimmerman's side as he forced hatred into each bullet that he loaded into his weapon. I wonder what was going through George Zimmerman's mind as he forced that bullet of hatred and malice deep into an innocent chest and only love poured out. They said it was because they thought they were wearing a hoodie, but I wonder if it wasn't God himself crying down tears of injustice onto Trayvon's head that caused him to pull it up that night. I wonder if God was standing by as the police pumped round after round after round after never-ending round into the unarmed body of 23-year-old Sean Bell, the unarmed body of 19-year-old Kendrick McDade, the unarmed body of 18-year-old Ramarley Graham. They said it was because they thought they had a gun, but I wonder if it wasn't God himself giving these boys an itch they just had to scratch for the sake of their people. Because maybe when God looked down into the puddles of blood, he saw the same love that Christ himself shed while he was hanging on the cross. And while consoling these victims of hypocritical justice in their final moments of gurgling bloodshed, maybe, just maybe, he told them, "Don't worry, my children, this is just your crucifixion into my kingdom, and the entire world needs you." I wondered why they had to die. And I may not have all the answers that I've been searching for, but I do have the lessons that I've learned from the loss of each life. And whether that death be as close as a brother born from the same womb, or a scream of injustice from 10,000 miles away, the lessons are still the same. That's to love more for those who hate, live more for those who can, and the most important lesson, that through it all, no matter what happens or how much you are appalled, just always trust in God.
Another tight track, man. Soulstice, baby.
Soulstice, good gracious.
So cool.
It's crazy. Yes. Yeah, I was feeling that, y'all. I really was, all jokes aside.
So, where else we're going? Where else are we going? Take us to your leader. Where we going with it?
Well, I'm saying, yo, there's a few places to go. You know what I mean? Real talk. I think we step into a little bit of hip hop. You dig?
Yes.
You know what I mean? We got a little bit of soul going on there. That was cool. Some neo soul. It was fly. We got some poetry. That was extremely beautiful, expressive, and touching. You know what I mean? If you can catch the ball, hey yo, grab, reach out. You know what I mean? If you can't catch the ball, hey yo, you need to go and learn how to play catch.
No, just let it hit your head.
Let it.
You'll
Let
learn.
it. Lay it down. All right, y'all. All right, next up on the lineup, you know what I mean? We only gonna do a few more for y'all before we pull on up out of here. But next on that lineup, all right, we are gonna go with none other than Sister Dynasty from Queens, New York.
Queens, New York.
By the way, Dennis
Shout out to
Amadeus. Dennis Amadeus. That was Dennis Amadeus on that poetry piece about the brothers.
Trust God.
Trust God. Come on now.
Trust
You know what I'm
God.
saying? All right, so let's yes indeed. No question, no doubt. Next on the lineup, y'all, for real, we're gonna rock with Dynasty and Mike
Let's
Mass.
get that to the bricks.
One life to live. One life to live. One life to live. One life to live.
halfway home and not, but I stop in. Black on the green box, chill before I pop in. Talking to the youngins, hearing stories of the blocking. Trouble with the cops and fights with they pops. I remember I was only a child, had a day plan. Wake up, hit the NES with the gray pads. A and B buttons, older brothers rolling blunts up. We was too busy playing duck hunt. After that, grab a snack, mama's hooking lunch up. Finishing, I run and clean the room and get my nunchucks. Wish there was a warrior, the story of a young buck. Living with a squally, finding bodies in a dump truck. Rose from the pavement, grew into a sycamore. More slick, take a pic, try to follow this guitar. I see the rhythm in the distant fog. Still shining in the midst of fog. Cause I only got
One life to live. One life to live. One life to live. One life to live.
Let me introduce you to a little brown girl from Queens with big dreams. Sit still, I'ma paint you the scene. I always knew I was destined to be one of the illest, and I held on to my dream like a stick of fam. That's a fact, made me pick up a pen. That's where the love story began. Used to be a tomboy, rock jeans, baggy with no hand. So they still can't believe I grew into a gem. See, back then, I used to be rough around the edges. No lip gloss, no heels, no wedges. Yep, kept the bitty cap low over my doobie rap. And when them rip shows where nobody knew me at. And I always gave 110. Now that little brown girl getting radio spin. So those lines, they were written for this. No lies, son, I'm living for this. Because I only got one life to live.
One life to live. One life to live. One life to live. One life to live.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
One life to live.
That's what it's supposed to feel like too. You know what I mean? Real
Right.
talk. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going
One
on.
life to live.
One life to live. Got content. Good beat. Good vibe. Man, come on, baby. Let's do hip hop if we're gonna do hip hop. Otherwise, do that other thing that you're doing. But yo, we gonna let y'all do that, you know, because that's what you do, of course. But right here, sorry, we got a certain standard. We
Definitely
try to
gonna do
keep it
hip-hop
up, too.
around here.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we do that hip hop thing. So if you do that smooth, cool, conscious, aware, you know, good storytelling. I'm saying, yo, if you gonna tell it like it is, man. Don't give us the flip scripts, you dig? Tell it like it is.
Tell it like it is.
Or tell me something good. You know what I mean? Hey, yo, Blackjack.
Yes, sir.
Let them know who our last artist gonna be for the evening right now.
The last artist is going to be Mr. Gary Cash.
Where's Gary Cash from?
Gary Cash is from Baltimore.
Yo, shout out to Baltimore, for real, Tampa. This is where we at. This is what we do. Deacon, you got something to say to him?
Yeah, I just want to tell my man Cotton, Blackjack, I'm really enjoying myself. This is a nice
what's up.
atmosphere. Y'all need to check him out. He doing his thing. It's beautiful. It's got you all in a soulful hip hop, neo soul, jazzy type
Right.
of mood. You know what
How
I
you gonna
mean?
do all that at one time? Yes.
It's like I said earlier. Hey, just here to relax. It's relaxing and you can enjoy yourself right here
Indeed.
on Soulstice Lounge Radio.
Yo, what's up, man? Hey, I'm real for this shit, yo. How you feeling about that, yo? It's cool, man. How you been, man? You been alright? I've been alright, man. I need some music in my life, bro.
What would life be without music? Don't confuse it with not being able to hear. Just take that music sound out your ear. What would life be without music? There'd be no tapping of the feet, no beat, 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 no music in cars. Radio stations would be like being behind jail bars. No star singers like Mary J. or that sweet way Jill Scott sings. Life would be a totally different maybe poetry would take over. There'd be no dancing clubs, no strobe lights and flashing bulbs, no dancing on stage, as dancing wouldn't transform into its new age. The Harlem Shake and the long-lived electric slide, getting close to the booty like we were attached to the side. It's like all the musicians died. Wouldn't that be a sad day? There would be no child games like musical chairs, no purple dinosaurs. That's gone pretty far, but rent parties would have never began. So there'd be no Marvin Gaye, Al Green, or Billie Holiday. Their ships would have never came in. No Curtis Mayfield, no Superfly, no Motown, no Barry, no Don, no Soul Train to go on. No soothing of that emotional strain, relaxing the brain. Crime rates would be at a record high, no lie. Music affects the mind. So let's go back to where it all began. Crickets, bullfrogs, and a whistling wind. Then you chime all that in. Like a junkie's cocaine, we'd have a new friend. Name, music. And we would use it again and again. People started to slap their knee, carve drumsticks from the limb of a tree, and music begun. When people got happy from the sound and started to get down, get down, get down, get down tonight, baby. Music, that feeling. If we were to lose it, it would be like getting sick and no signs of healing.